Cool. Got it figured out.
Welcome to the campaign, The Wild Beyond in the Witchlight.
Heck yeah, brother.
This Dungeons and Dragons adventure begins in a world of your choosing, which we are going to be playing in the world of the Feylight. The Feywild, as you might call it.
Oh, wow.
The plane of fairy. The Feywild is a place of wonder and whimsicalness, ruled by unfiltered emotions. Yeah, adventure summary. Give y'all a little summary real quick. I'm gonna read it straight from the book. So,
Sounds good.
Hell yeah.
the main
Lore
antagonist of this story are three hags who collectively form the Hourglass Coven, which is described in the book. These hags are the adoptive sisters of Igvild, a powerful creature from D&D's past, and a key player in the adventure's unfolding drama. Using an artifact called Igvil's Cauldron, the hags have trapped an Archfey named Zybilna in temporal stasis and carved up her Fey domain among them. This domain is called Prismere, and to enter it, the characters must first visit the Witchlight Carnival, which travels across the material plane and appears on the character's world once every 8 years. The carnival's owners are a pair of Shadar Kai, which are elven natives to the Shadowfell, named Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who can help or hinder the character's efforts to reach Prismere. One of the many novelties of this adventure is that the characters can accomplish their goals without resorting to violence, but only if they're clever enough. They can fight their way through the adventure as well, but the odds won't always be in their favor, as
Josh.
stated in Hunger
I'm
Games. Well,
sorry.
last time... No, you're good. Go ahead.
Could you read the antagonists' names again? I forgot to note them.
Hags.
Oh, no, you're good. You'll learn... It's just three hags. You'll learn them over time.
Hags.
This is just the summary, so it doesn't give you a real big
Yeah.
guideline
We're
into
not
things.
making it through this.
The last time we did a campaign, Josh fucked a tree, so I don't have much to expect.
That's true.
He liked to
true.
fuck trees.
Not just one.
You know, it's
He was
the
a tree
first door
fucker,
you walked
yeah.
through.
It's hip to fuck trees.
Yeah.
So,
Forgot you fucked a tree.
we'll get a basic rundown. I want to get some character intros out of the way first, obviously. We'll really introduce them once they meet each other. But if you just want to, we'll start with Adam because he's in the top left of my screen, so he's the first one to go. Adam, if you'd like to introduce your character, what their name is, what class they are, what race, and all that. Just a basic rundown. You don't have to give any physical attributes yet. We'll
Just
learn those
basic
once
rundown.
we'll run through those.
Hello,
once,
my name is Adam. I am playing Borgor, the half-orc ranger. How is that as an introduction? Is there more that you need from me?
I mean, yeah, if you want to just give your basic background.
Sure.
If you want to make one
Okay,
up on the
I wrote it
spot.
somewhere, so let me go find that. I'm mildly dyslexic, so let's see how this goes. Description? Is that where it is? Background? No. Characteristics? No. Essentially, what happened with him was, so his whole family was hunters. They all hunted for the tribe, and his father and the father before his father, his father's father, he took in their steps, and they started to run out of food. So their hunting parties led to the outskirts of humankind, and during these expeditions for hunts, he found himself enveloped in the culture of humans, and eventually assimilated himself as part of humankind and dropped his orcish nature.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
That is Borgor.
Border.
If you'd like to go ahead and introduce your character, Maverick.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Maverick. I am playing as Ezra Cedar, I am a gender fluid Arakakra, who's monk. Who's a monk. My backstory as Ezra Asseter. Um, I was I was bullied for the first 2 years of my life as I grew up. Um, for
How
my
old are you?
well, I'm 3 because I mature at 3.
That's true.
Gotcha.
So I was bullied for the first 2 years of my life for my awesome name. I got it for my first birthday. Actually, it was not even. And everyone bullied me ever since. So I've hunted down evildoers and exterminated them. Basically, fuck them kids and anyone who doesn't like my name or badass feathers. That's my backstory.
That's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Ash.
Very good.
A 3-year-old non-gender conforming bird
Gender
person.
fluid, yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like it.
That
All right.
works.
Mr. Josh, if you'd like to
All right.
introduce your
Well,
character.
I'm Josh, and I'm playing as Josh Kosh. Yes, sir. I'm a human fighter.
Wow, so good.
My backstory is I'm a noble, and my father was brutally murdered as a child.
Wait, your father was a
Your
child?
father was a child?
No, and I was a child, and I'm avenging his death and looking for the person who killed him. The man who killed him has 6 fingers.
Oh my god.
6 fingers total or 6 fingers on one hand?
6 fingers
6
total.
fingers. 6 fingers total.
Yeah,
My
6.
name is Josh
Okay,
Koch.
but he has 6 fingers on one hand and then like none on the other.
No.
He's just got a
No,
nub
he has
and then
No,
6 fingers.
it's a movie
It's 3
reference.
and 3.
3 and
Ninja
Ninja
Turtle.
Okay,
3 and 3.
yeah, he said Ninja
Turtles.
Turtle.
3 and
Got
3.
you. Yep, absolutely.
Fucking
All right,
movie reference. I love it. I love it.
Go ahead, Ryan. Introduce your character.
Alright, I'm Frederick Babon, half-orc druid. I am here to avenge my long-lost father, for he was murdered by a band of goblins. And a long line of
Damn, your
druids.
dad was weak as fuck.
Yes, he was weak as fuck, but I am much stronger. And I will take my vengeance to the goblins.
Said you're a druid.
All right, taking revenge against the goblins. Good to know. Good to know. We don't like goblins here.
No, we hate them.
All right. I guess I'll
Goblin
do a little.
nuts.
I'll do a little intro as well. My name's Chandler. I will be the dungeon master, and the over-presiding god of this realm. I've been playing D&D for about, what year is it? 2022. 8 years now, probably ish, around there.
Damn.
Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And I've been dungeon mastering for about 4 of those years. Our story begins in the Sasacian theocracy, a land of pretty basic nature. It is a peninsula island that outreaches from the total continent called Azriel.
Real as it gets.
As real as it gets, absolutely. Our characters begin their story in the city of Eldahus, which is a port city, quite like you would find in the Strait of Crimea in the Black Sea. It connects 3 different nations together with 3 different port cities. The port city is of Eldahus, the port city of Painbow, and the port city of Mocker Clover. These 3 cities basically trade within this small ocean that's in the middle of them, and then outsource through your nation of the Sasacian theocracy, which gives them the ability to basically run. The Sasacian theocracy is kind of like the capital, the trade capital of this entire nation, this entire continent. So all major trades that come from around the world come through y'all's part of the continent. As the story unfolds and begins, we'll sort of get more details about how the world works and stuff like that, and the politics and the religions and all of that.
Is that a big wave, Kona?
Is it a big what?
He got a big wave. I recognize that right off the bat.
Oh, nice. I have a Topo Chico.
What's your fifth?
Hard seltzer, strawberry guava.
I'm gonna go see if
Gatorade.
there's any
I have
Smirnoff
I
Ice.
have Dragon's
Gatorade.
Milk.
Dragon
I got
Golden
Milk.
IPA.
I got in the it's the theme, bro. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah,
I got
for sure.
Gatorade.
I'm gonna go see if there's any in the fridge.
Gatorade cities.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. Excellent. If
Let's get started.
everyone, yeah, we can get.
Yeah, let's start. I'm gonna roll a natural one on my first roll.
I
Bet.
don't doubt that actually.
What?
I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, I don't doubt it at all.
Knowing you, just with your. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm playing Josh. I'm a human. I'm a fighter. That's really
I'm a
unique.
noble.
So there's a few
Oh,
things
yeah.
I
Got a
have
lot of
to.
money.
There's a few things I have to set up on the stream. By the way, if you want a metagame, you can. I don't really care. It makes the story more fun if you don't know information. So I'm gonna mute my mic real quick and kind of give an explanation of some of the storyline points to the stream and to the recording.
It's fine.
If y'all
Don't
just wanna,
watch it,
if y'all
Josh.
just wanna, I mean, I don't care. Like I said, the game is still fun, but
Josh.
writing a story, obviously, if you write a story from the perspective of a character that knows nothing at the beginning versus a character that knows everything, it's more fun because you can, do things as a character that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing would do.
I agree. It's way more fun.
Yeah, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic and give some basic rundowns of some of the things that y'all will be looking for in the
Do you need to mute us
story.
too?
No, y'all are good. I will probably just mute. Yeah, I'll probably mute y'all as well.
Okay, I assumed.
We can just talk to each other, or we're gonna just be sitting here in
Fucking
silence.
bitch
No,
Chandler, bro.
that's what I was asking him
God,
to mute us
yeah.
so we could
Fuck
talk
that
to you.
guy.
And fuck.
All right. So, a few things about this campaign. If you've never played it, I will show off the book again. This is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Into the Feywild is the idea behind the campaign. It is it looks like a very entertaining. I've never run this campaign personally, so this is the first time for all of us, and so we'll see how it will go. Some basic rundowns of things before we get started. The map of the world, which I don't want all of them to see, but it doesn't really matter. We get some light on in here, but I'll give the stream a good look at it. So we have the domain of Prismere, which the domain of Prismere, which has been split into 3 different sections. The section of Thither, Hither, and Yon. And in the central domain of that world, you have the Palace of Heart's Desire, which is where the campaign will end up taking us. And then on the other side, you have the Witchlight Carnival, which, if you've ever played the game World of Warcraft, is a little bit like the Darkmoon Fair, it seems, in the idea that it is a festival that is held once every 8 years, where you can actually get to it through the human realm, as I stated in the summary, of course. So on our adventure here, we have a few different things that the characters will want to look out for. The first of those being the Unicorn Horn, which is a lost unicorn horn that plays a very important role in this adventure. Its location is determined by rolling a d8, which we will do right now. And we'll go with 3. So the horn belongs to a unicorn named Eladon, who was captured and transformed into a rocking horse by the Hourglass Coven, which is the main antagonist of the story. If you did not hear, I'll restate those names as soon as they are introduced to us. But they're adoptive sisters, 3 of them, 3 hags. And Eladon, we will give more information to later, but it's a very important part of the story. But this unicorn location is stolen by will of the Feywild and kept in Little Oak, which we will find out where that is in an encounter in Chapter 3. This adventure is run based on chapters. Obviously, I think there is 5 chapters total. We will probably get through a chapter every... Knowing this cast of characters that we're using, probably every 3 to 5 weeks it will take. It won't be super, super quick. They like to get a little off track, which is perfectly fine. Yeah. Okay, new character options, super easy. We have already done all that. Oh, I'm gonna take this jacket off. It's getting a little hot. Magical items, super easy. Statistics, armor class. If you don't know D&D, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is a role-playing game where the story is created by the players, for the players, and they basically do whatever they desire, whatever they want to do, in order to progress the story along. And through that, there's a few different statistics. I'm just going to give a basic rundown of things. You of course have a character's health, and actually we could show this off if we wanted to. We'll take a look at Borgor's character sheet here, which will basically give us a rundown. So your main stats as you look through things and as they progress, you have your strength stat. That is, of course, going to be how if you wanted to move a heavy object, if you wanted to do, anything strength-based. Then you have dexterity, which is your ability to be stealthy, agile, acrobatic. Your constitution stat is based around how healthy your character is. The stronger the constitution of the character, the stronger will, and the stronger your HP, hit points, which every game has. So you should obviously probably know at this point what hit points are. Intelligence is your basic understanding of the world around you. Intelligence gives you memory, logic, education, deductive reasoning, anything in the arcane or history nature, religious skills, stuff like that. It gives you the basic rundown. Wisdom, on the other hand, is going to be things like your ability to read other people and other things around you. So, like, how, if you're an older character that is high in wisdom, you'll be able to see if someone's lying better. You'll be able to see if someone, you're able to do more animal handling, basic insight, medicine knowledge, your perceptive knowledge, so how well you can look around and see things. And then charisma is how good you are at interacting with characters around you. So a charisma check might arise if you want to influence or entertain others. Your ability to lie, intimidate, perform different, if you wanted to be a theatrical performer, for example, that would go through charisma. Each class has their own different abilities and things like that, but you also have these smaller skills. I won't give the full rundown of them, but I'll just give a list of them. You have acrobatics, the ability of animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, performance, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, and survival. In each turn that you take in Dungeons and Dragons, I'll go ahead and take this back over here because obviously you won't need it too much anymore. You have an action phase. Well, sorry, I'll name them in order. You have a movement phase, an action phase, and then a bonus action phase. Your movement phase, obviously, most characters are at 30 feet of movement. Each block in a D&D fight is 5 feet. So if you are within 5 feet of a creature, that is when you can attack them with certain weapons. They can attack you. And we'll go over more basic rules and stuff like that as time goes on. We have a new player, Maverick, who will be playing Ezra Ezra Aseder will be playing as he's a new player who hasn't played the game before of Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're like him and you haven't played Dungeons and Dragons, obviously ask any questions you want in the comments below. Oh, hey, Casual Cooking, thank you for the follow, man. Which that will be happening as well. I do stream live on Twitch, so if you don't know what Twitch is, it's a live streaming platform. We are live. We're going to live every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. We'll probably go till about 12 a.m., maybe a little later, depending on how the game's going. But yeah, so as an action phase of the turn, you can make an attack. You could say something to the foe to try and intimidate them. There's a bunch of different things you do. Everything in Dungeons & Dragons is basically done by imagination. Whatever you can imagine as a character and as a person, you can make it happen. If you want to invent the world's first microwave, but it is actually a stick that you use to clean the inside of your mouth with, like a toothbrush, for example, but call it a microwave, you could absolutely do that. And there are many, many possibilities. So a few other stats you should know about are things like armor class, which is your character's ability to stop incoming attacks. So when you attack someone in Dungeons and Dragons, you first roll what's called a d20, which is a 20-sided dice. And depending on how high or low the number is will be depending on if you can hit a creature. For example, Borgor, or Adam's character, has a armor class of 16. So if I roll a 16 or above, I would hit him. Anything less than a 16 would either miss or be blocked, depending on how I want to describe it, which is the Dungeon Master's main job is to just describe the story. I don't really do any of the writing or the story progression. I help them along, but most of the story writing is going to be done by the players, and by you, the viewers, as well. If you have any recommendations for things you'd like to see a character do, you can absolutely give those. Give those ideas to us, and we would love to put them in the campaign. It makes everything way more exciting and fun to be around. Another stat that's good to have is initiative. Everyone will roll an initiative. Basically, most of the rolling is done with d20, 20-sided dice. When you make checks, perception checks, anything like that, you'll be doing a d-sided die. A natural 20 is what the best thing you can roll is called. Basically means that it is an outstanding success. But depending on your character's stats, it could still be a failure. Things that are very difficult to do, like a DC of 25, for example, most characters won't be able to do that at a low level. And then as you rise in level, you will be able to, of course, progress. And then a natural 1 is an epic failure. So that would be rolling a 1. There's no possible way you're going to be able to succeed because you rolled the lowest possible number. Yeah, so a few other things. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading through this just a little bit. All right, yeah, I'll just go ahead and read some of this stuff for beginning the adventure, because it's good to give you guys at least a little glimpse into the story and see where we're going to go with it. Of course, the players won't know as much as I do, but it'll be easy to tell over time. As I take a sip of drink. So, beginning the adventure, how the characters become embroiled in the adventure depends on which book you use to pull them into it. I can choose either the Lost Things or the Warlock's Quest adventure hook. Both hooks assume that all characters come from the same world, even if they don't have a history together. And the adventure also assumes that the characters, even ones with the Witchlight Hand background, have prior knowledge of Zybilna, the Feywild domain of Prismeer, or the Hourglass Coven. None of these names should be familiar to them at the outset, though. So they have no prior knowledge of any of those things. Which I've told them about the Coven, but obviously I'm going to explain that their characters wouldn't know anything about it. And they can roleplay as if they wouldn't, which is perfectly fine. Characters and players are two different things. There are some knowledge that you need to play the game, but the first hook that we might go with is the Lost Things hook. So if the players want to have a strong personal investment in the story, choosing a settlement where the character's world near which the Witchlight Carnival will appear. Each character in the adventuring party visited the Witchlight Carnival when they were a child. In fact, they snuck in without buying tickets and had something stolen from them. Fate brings the characters all together as adults, united by the common goal of retrieving that which they've lost. The adventure begins shortly after the Witchlight Carnival returns to the character's world for the first time in 8 years. One or more of the characters might be Witchlight. Okay, anyway, remaining party members are assumed to be visitors who remember the carnival from childhood. It's possible for certain characters to know each other, either because they work together at the carnival or because they're in the same settlement. Retrieving their lost things will require the characters to explore the Feywild region of Thither, and Yon, which will be described later in the story, and contend with the hags of the Hourglass Coven. They may be tempted to visit the Palace of Heart's Desire as well, which will be described in the end of the story. That's the end game. Location. Sorry. Mind is boggled. But they can avoid this location and still accomplish their goals as well. So if we wanted to do the Lost Things, and then the Warlock's Quest is the other backstory. Using this hook, if you or your players don't like the idea of the characters having to find things that they lost as children and would prefer a more traditional adventure setup, this hook requires that one or more characters have backgrounds unconnected to the Witchlight Carnival. So rather than being connected, they are completely unconnected. Just leave it play. In this preamble, an aging warlock named Magic Rosloff tells the characters, those not working at the Witchlight Carnival, about a fairy realm called Prismere, which they can reach only by finding and using a fey crossing in the carnival. Magic says that his Archfey patron, Zybilna, rules Prismere. He begs the characters to journey to this domain and find out what has happened to Zybilna, of whom he has lost contact with. If you like, you can replace that character, obviously. I'll probably use Magic. He sounds kind of cool, and he looks kind of cool. Give you a little look at him. Hell yeah. Little warlock dude. Did you need something, Adam? I see you have your light on.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy. I'm almost done, if you want to let
Okay.
the rest of them know. Oh, they
Okay,
can
you're
hear me.
cute.
Never mind. All right. So the characters must travel across the land of Prismere to reach the Palace of Heart's Desire, where Zybilna, this one would actually take them through the Palace of Heart's Desire, so I'll probably go with this background story just because it gives a little more content to the story, which is way more entertaining, of course, than just finding lost items. A little more combat, because these people do like combat. Hey,
Fug
Zephyr.
you be.
Fug you too, bro. Appreciate the 500 bits, though. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Much love. So yeah, we'll probably go with the Warlock's Quest as our background story. So that being said, yeah. Okay, perfect. So, to start the story off, I'll go ahead and unmute all of our characters. Hey, Dottie be clapping. Appreciate the follow, brother. While the game is going, by the way, obviously this recording is happening after the live stream. So when you hear these stream things happen, sometimes I will answer them. If we're in the middle of a story arc or like combat or something, obviously there will be times when I can't like look right at the screen. But I'll do my best to notice you if you ever come into the stream and drop a follow or drop a few words. We'll definitely get that introed in. But I'm going to unmute these characters, these players, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. All right, gentlemen.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
How are we doing? We ready to get this shit going on the road?
Yes,
Let's
please.
do it.
All right. Just one more thing. I'm going to lower some of y'all's volume just a little bit because you're a little loud.
I can move the mic away from me, sir.
Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it.
I'm good.
I cannot.
All good, brothers. Just going to do this, and
So I
that
can-
should make it a little better. So, as the adventure begins, the 4 of your characters, coming from all different places, receive a letter in the mail
Oh no.
from a man by the name of Madrik Rosolov, which asks of you to meet him at his large pumpkin farm in the town city of, one second, and I will tell you, Rilvsmon, which you know is just north of your home city of Eldahaus. In the letter, he says that he's acquired many treasures and made important contacts through his lengthy adventuring career. But he is no longer an adventurer. He took an arrow to the knee. Just kidding. Sorry.
Jeez.
He would like to pass these treasures he possesses and favors that he says he owes to you. You're confused by this because you can't seem to remember how you know this person. And yet there's a strong desire to go and do his bidding. And you can't understand why, but you might understand why later. But he is... in the letter, he says that he will explain more, but he would like you to travel to the world of Prismir, a domain in the Feywild, and find out what fate has befallen the Archfey that rules it. So yeah, as you receive this letter from Madrik, what would all your characters be doing? Let's just get a rundown. Let's get to some basics out of the way. In the daily life of your character, we can start with Adam again. If we're looking at a day in the life of Borgor, what Borgor might be doing at this moment in time? It's about, I'll say, mid-afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon, on a Saturday.
I would say I'm still fairly new. What's the demographic like? Is it mostly people?
Yeah, no, this would be the world is pretty diverse, especially because, like I said, this is a port city. The fuck was that?
Dog.
Hey! Stop that.
I thought it was Yoshi.
Sorry, that was my dog. I apologize for that.
No, it's all good. It sounded like Yoshi, so I was fucking confused. I thought when you turned and said, "Hey, stop that," I thought you just had like a dungeon in the middle of your room that like you have some fucking person locked up on a wall and they're like, "Ah, help!"
Be quiet. They can't hear you.
I have to keep you a secret.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
No, no problem at all. So this is the inner port city, like I said. So anyone from Pingbo or Mocha Clover or Eldhus would live in this city. So you meet basically the rundown of all types of people. There's non-magical, magical, magic shops, bars, pubs, inns, all of the basic stuff you would find in a town. This is a major port city, so it's very huge. Has a main castle in the middle of it, where King Eldrin lives, as you know him. He rules over Eldhus. He does not rule over the entirety of the Cessazian theocracy. The Cessazian theocracy, obviously, is the government that runs the place is named after the government that runs it. None of that will really matter. The background of this place is going to matter less than the Feywild, because we'll quickly get into that. Most of the background story of this place is just going to be the intro. But what might your character be doing in the middle of his afternoon?
Let me think. I think Borgor, at this point, would be hauling in his most recent kill to a local butcher to sell off his findings and his hunting success.
Absolutely. What
Coin.
what animal might he have hunted?
The largest bird he could find.
Interesting.
Hey,
Interesting that it would be a bird.
that feels a little personal.
Okay, so
Josh,
Mr.
you need to bring
as-
your lower torso less in frame, because when you move your hands, it looks like you're touching yourself.
Mr. Ezra Aceter,
Doing the tip.
Yes, sir.
what might you be doing on this bright and sunny day on a Saturday
Hauled by a fucking orc.
at about 2 in the afternoon?
So 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday. I'm probably not doing a lot. I'm right now at Bird College. I graduated at 3 because I matured. But my weekdays.
Your bar
are a little
mitzvah?
more- Yeah, exactly. My weekdays.
Sorry,
are a
your
little more-
bird mitzvah. Bird mitzvah.
Yeah, bird mitzvah. Yeah.
Fuck out of
My
here.
my weekdays are a little bit more eventful actually though. So like I'd say like Wednesday is typically when I go hunting. I'll go outside the local elementary school and beat the shit out of 2-year-olds who are bullying most likely 1-year-olds at the time. And
Bird
just
people,
really-
of course.
Yeah,
2-year-old bird people.
Yeah, not 2-year-old.
Teenage,
Children
an
are
adult beating the shit out of teenage bird people sounds fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so basically they're bullies, of course.
So you being in a Akakra, you have kind of just to give it believability. You've kind of assimilated, of course, to human nature a little more.
Yeah, like I use my.
You
fists.
live in Eldhouse, but you visit your homeland very often. Obviously, bird people live in great trees, the great oak trees, which are massive, massive trees, which are connected by branches and stuff, and have cities built within them that provide the homes for the bird people.
Obviously, yeah. I don't like the ground. I don't touch the ground hardly ever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to do that when you're in the main port city, but most of the time people see you fly over and they're like, "Is that the fuck is that? Frog?
Damn, my next hunt.
Is that a frog in the sky?"
Yeah, and then I just see I'm like.
And then you just shit on them.
Exactly. I
Massive,
finding my
massive,
target.
human-sized bird shits.
And it's also
not
it's
working.
brown. It's brown like human shit too, which is crazy.
There's no white. Yeah, no, yeah,
No,
absolutely.
it's just like a turd falls out of the sky.
Do you
It just
not wear
lands on
pants?
someone's.
Yeah.
He's a bird.
No, they do wear clothes. A cocker wear, but he has a zipper in the back that
He's a
just
little
kind of
poop
lets him.
chute.
Yeah, he has a little poop
Yeah,
chute.
poop shoot.
It just
Yeah,
falls out of the
exactly.
leg.
Oop, shoot.
He kind of like
Little
shakes his leg a
are you
little
wearing
bit.
onesie?
Shake.
Like a Hello Kitty onesie.
Absolutely. Mr. Josh Kosh. Oh my gosh, what might your character be doing at this time of the day?
Probably either studying in the library, or practicing my sword fighting skills, preparing to kill the 6-fingered man that killed my father.
Absolutely.
And for
No,
clarification, is that he has
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Absolutely.
Who does this? Who does? Oh, you can't see me.
All right.
Who does this? Who does?
Mr. Frederick Babon, what might your
Yes.
character be doing at this moment in time?
I would most likely be trying to brush up on my magic and continuing to track down the goblins
Absolutely.
at the moment.
All right. So, like I said, you each received a letter in the mail this morning from this man named Maldrick. And as you're going about your daily activities and finding your way, you're happening into the center of the city. Most of you are located within different parts, but pretty close together. I'm gonna have to memorize all y'all's character names very quickly. Borgor, as you're coming from the butchering shop with your packaged some of your packaged meat. As they do, if they butcher something for you, they give you a little bit on the side so you can cook it for yourself, and then they sell the rest, and you get a portion of that selling. As you walk outside with your freshly butchered bird meat, a large shadow whooshes over your head, and a splatter is heard just a few feet behind you. And as you look back, a large pile of shit has just appeared on the ground. And as you look up, you see a majestic, at this point, Ezra, if you'd like to describe what your character might look like, specifically its color, its height.
Yeah, I'm the best color there is. I'm white. And,
Oh my
yeah. Sorry about
Yeah.
No, okay.
Not to say that was like
Of the thing, it's close to the top of the list. It's not there, but it's close.
Okay.
White for
not
bird
say
people. Yeah,
on
no. You know
stage?
what? Here's the explanation. A Akakra, white Akakra are usually seen as the noble people, the most
that's what I
noble of
mean.
the bird people.
That's what I
Oh,
meant. What you
man.
guys think I meant?
Yeah, he's not a human, guys. Come on.
I just saw everybody
nice.
start face palming when you said that.
Bird people are very birdist. Okay, they're very birdist.
Yeah. So I'm one of the noblest of bird people. I'm white, flying through the sky. Just wearing my I have a Green Day t-shirt on, and just some gym shorts with my black Air
Alright.
Forces.
There you go.
Green Day, as in like the farmers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and gym shorts as in
Like Jim's shorts. You stole them from the guy you beat up. It is
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
A guy
no,
named
they're covered
Jim.
in gyms. No, they're covered in
Yeah.
gyms.
Oh, okay, they're gym
oh,
gym
okay,
shorts.
they're
Yeah,
covered in
absolutely.
gyms.
No, that makes sense. Yeah,
Alright.
absolutely. Gymmed
Pimp.
shorts.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a pimp.
Yeah. I'm noble.
So Borgor,
Good point,
as
ladies
you
and
see this white bird fly over you, and a pile of shit suddenly hit the ground. What is your reaction?
I look up. Ah, that be my next hunt. Draw my arrow into my bow.
Okay.
And start tracking him through the sky.
As this happens, Ezra, would you mind being the first person to make a roll in this campaign and roll a perception
Oh.
check?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So D20.
Absolutely, and then you'll add
Okay.
your perception bonus to it, which you can find on your character sheet under.
Or you
Perception.
could just click perception, yeah.
You can also click perception and click roll as well.
I'll just roll and then find perception afterwards.
I think it's more fun to roll an actual.
Your perception is +1,
I
so
agree.
whatever your roll is, add 1.
Okay, so add 1 to perception. Okay.
Please get a 1. Please get a 1. Please
I
get a 1.
got a 5, so 6.
A 6. Okay, you are just minding your own business. The sun catches off your shorts, the gems on your shorts, just a little. It kind of blinds you for a second. You're like, oh god. Adam, are you gonna take a shot at him?
So, since I'm very keen on hunting, this is going to be a non-lethal shot. It'll have the rope that I have attached to the end of it,
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
like a grapple hook rather than like a point.
Yeah. Go ahead
And
and
I'm going to attempt to fire it and get it to wrap around him. And as soon as it does, I'm going to yank it as hard as I can.
all right, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a go ahead and roll for attack to see if you hit him. D20,
So,
and then add your.
Yeah, we had. That is a 4 plus a 6, a 10.
So you draw back your bow and let the arrow fly, and think you're on target, but at the last second, another piece of shit falls out of his ass, and the arrow lodges itself in, and as you pull it back, it splashes onto your chest.
Good job.
And you, Ezra, you notice the sound of a whooshing arrow fly below your feet. And as you look down, you see a half-orc man. Borgor, would you like to describe your character in more in a more
I would love to.
detailed fashion.
If I could find my description. There we go. So, you see about a 5'9", 5'10" with his boots on, half orc male. He has long, like nasty, matted black hair, and he has like a grayish green skin. He looks pretty heavy set, not super agile, but incredibly strong. And
Yeah.
it's just like very mismatched, tattered clothes, just kind of whatever you could find, with the like a breastplate that sits across here.
It's
that
now
has-
shit stained.
That's shit stained. That has carve mark and like tally marks into it.
Absolutely.
But now
Ezra,
there's shit in the tally marks.
as this as this arrow flies under you, and you turn around and see this person with their bow in their hand outstretched, what is your reaction?
A little confused at first. I'm just trying to get my bearings a little bit. Um, my second, even though I'm a bird, I don't pick flight. I kind of pick fight. So a little bit more so. I kind of flying a little bit, you know, kind of not close to him, but kind of hide myself along the buildings. He said there's a butcher shop there, right? Kind of use the buildings to cloak myself to get a little bit closer so I can come up and, confront him.
Absolutely. And how are you confronting him?
Um, do we speak the same language?
Yeah, you would know the basic knowledge is that most people speak common.
Okay,
Most people that live in major cities would know
okay.
common.
So basically, first I'm like, "Yo, what's good, bro? What's happening here?" And then whatever he would say back to that.
You Borgwart, have you ever met a bird person?
Only the ones I've killed.
So
I'm a hunter.
I'll say since you've probably never had an interaction with one, a bird man comes up to you and starts talking, and it is quite weird because you've never noticed that.
So if I saw him, would I have seen him approaching?
I'll say, are you trying to be stealthy about it, Ezra?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Like I'm
Okay.
trying to just
If you
avoid
wanna
a
So
if
I'm
you wanna
ki-
go
I'm
ahead, you can
kinda
make
wiping-
you can make a stealth check, and then
Okay.
Wiping
Adam,
the shit off my
if you
chest,
want
and you're
to
trying to like sneak up. Okay.
if you want to make a perception check, I don't know your passive perception is 12. So go ahead and make a stealth roll, Ezra.
All right, 14.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for it, so I'm not gonna roll. I'm just kind of cleaning the shit off myself.
Absolutely. Oh, why do you have?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. So. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So with the half plate that you wear, Ezra,
Mhm.
you will roll what's called a disadvantage on stealth checks. So you'll roll twice. You'll take the lower number of the two.
Okay, so I just got 14.
You got
So
14 again?
no.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So make another
And
roll,
then
and then whichever one is lower, you'll take that number.
7.
7. Adam, you hear the like claw, talon on concrete, but he's in shoes. So never mind. You're wearing. So as a bird person, wearing shoes, very interesting. But you hear
They're
the
like
you hear the
skeletons
clatter.
with
Yeah. You hear the
talons.
clatter of like those shoes that people wear to the beach that have like the toes and they make you really uncomfortable because they're really gross.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's flopping on the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And as you turn around, a bird person's coming up to you, and he says, "Yo."
Yeah. Yo, what's going on here, man? Like, it's not cool shooting me. I would almost consider that bullying. Do we have a problem?
You shit on me.
Yeah, I do that a lot, apparently. Um,
And this time I'm gonna start pulling the dogwood stump, which is the the club I have. It's a dog. It's like a tree stump basically, but like a small one. I'm gonna start pulling it out.
and then I slowly draw out my dagger.
Why are y'all fighting? Fight it.
All right. As you both draw your weapons, Josh Kosh, you are sitting outside a library, sipping on some tea, reading a book, and you suddenly hear quite the commotion of wings flapping and then a couple people yelling. And the clattering of weapons suddenly become, and you look over, and down the street there is a half-orc man and a bird person who seem to be skirmishing in the street. What is your reaction?
I'm gonna go try to stop them and break them up and keep them from fighting.
All right, absolutely. How would you like to do that? You wanna just go up to them and what do
I
you say to
wanna
them?
yell and say, "Hey, what's going on? What are we fighting over?"
You both turn and see a. Go ahead and describe your character, Josh.
I am a very I'm a human. I'm 6 foot, looks exactly like me. 6 foot, white man, beard, very well dressed, noble, has a sword on me, great sword on me. It's on my back. Very nice shoes, very nice cloak, all of the above. Yeah, that's how I would look.
Bless you.
Sorry. You both turn as a man yells down the street. A finer, noble-looking man. He looks like he garners respect in places that he goes for the most part. Neither of you have ever seen this man or know him. But you, what's your reaction? What would y'all like to?
Who are ye?
I'm Josh Kosh,
Oh my gosh.
the greatest of the lands.
What a pitiful name.
That's all right. That's all right. If you want to be that way, you can be that way.
Yeah, no, the name needs some work, bud. But
Hey,
I agree.
Hey. At least I'm not a bird person and a midget.
hey, this guy's bullying you. Borger? Or I don't know your name yet.
Yeah, Borgor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
would.
not
You wouldn't know his
introduced
name. You wouldn't
You
know
would
his name,
not.
but
You read my. How do you know that? It's like
so we'll just
carved.
yeah. It's just your
Freaking
full.
name tag.
Your
You have a
name
little
is
Walmart
You
name
have a fucking name tag that you've made. Borgor.
So I don't forget.
Yeah. No,
Let's stop the fighting and let's talk this out. Let's figure out what's going on.
I like that.
I 100% agree with this. I say we just find out what's going on.
I'll
Squash-
speak after he cleans me.
Let's squash the beef, bro.
I have beef right here.
No, you have bird meat.
You know what? I'm gonna call
I
my
have
local servant
beef
to come
right
clean
here.
you off. I'm gonna call my local servant to come clean you off.
You have a servant. All right,
I do have a servant.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. What's your servant's name?
Gosh, Josh.
Barry.
Barry the servant. Absolutely.
Barry the servant.
So Barry comes over. Yes, sir. Right away. And he sort of goes up to you, takes out a handkerchief, and sort of spits on it and starts to shine your armor, Borgor.
Puff out my chest. Like Captain Morgan.
He's actually taller than you. He's taller than all of you actually. He stands at around like 6'5", but he's very lanky, so a very skinny but tall man. And so he sort of reaches down, gives you a pat on the head. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll get this off." What is this? It smells quite awful.
It's my shit.
Oh.
Shut up, Barry. Just do your job.
Yes, sir. And begins cleaning you. It's honestly the cleanest your armor's looked in a very long time. There was some grime on there that you don't know where it came from, but there's probably been multiple shits taken on your chest.
Past kills.
Yeah. As this is happening, Mr. Frederick Babon, you are making your way down the road You said what was your character have been doing at this time? I apologize.
I was brushing up on my magic.
Brushing up your magic, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you are you were on the street over doing your magic tricks, as some might call them, for the local townsfolk. With a hat in front of you, you're kind of like one of those street performers using your magic to gain a little bit of coin.
Yeah.
And you suddenly hear this scuffle go on. Would you go towards it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So as you go to the street over, you see another half-orc like yourself, a bird man, and two humans, all conversing in a circle. And as you walk up, would you like to go ahead and describe your character?
Yeah. Alright, so I'm a 6'2" half-orc. He weighs 240. Got orangish red eyes. He'd be wearing like
Oh, he's big as fuck.
hide. He'd be wearing hide armor, so like on one arm it's like hide all the way down. And then on the other side it's like a branch wrapped around for his armor. And he's got brown hair, I think. Yeah, brown hair. He's beige in color, so like he would look kind of like similar to the humans-ish.
Absolutely. So as you walk up, are you saying anything specific?
Gentlemen, what's going on here?
You all turn around and see this half-orc man,
There's another one.
and he just asked you what's going on. What
How
is
you
y'all's
doing,
response?
brother?
Ah, nice to see another half-orc.
Fuck yeah. Ah, class.
The
Got
meme
the
of
old
the meme of the two arms, they're like super strong.
Yeah, two arms.
Son of a bitch.
As he clasps your arm, clasps your hand, some shit is transferred over between the hands of you because he was cleaning himself off with just his hands. So some brown substance now resides on your hand, and as you give it a sniff, it does not smell very good.
What is this?
I know. This bird man, he shits on me.
Okay, technically it wasn't my fault. I was shitting, yes, but you pulled it towards yourself.
I guess
This bird man shits on me.
I wipe it off onto my leather pants.
Josh, you said you have a cloak on, right?
Yes.
I kind of pat the back of Josh and go, so who are you? And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna like wipe it down the middle, just to kind of give like a little streak down the middle of his cloak.
There's not a shit streak on your cloak, Josh.
I'm not being secretive about this. It's obvious that I have shit in my hand and I just wipe it down your back.
The old kick me
Shouldn't watch
sign.
where you're shitting, pal.
All right. Well, I notice, so I take my cloak off, and then I hand it to him, and say, "This might be a little big for you, but I don't need it anymore."
Adam, you now have a noble's cloak
Fuck yeah.
With a shit stain.
with a shit stain down the back of it.
It might drag while you walk, so you might want to be careful.
It's going to mask my scent.
Yeah, you do notice it has a sort of it smells like books and bourbon
Ooh.
And shit.
and shit.
Yeah.
Now it does smell like shit.
It smells-
You're masking your shitty scent with more shitty scent.
So since I wiped it down the middle, I'm going to tear it into 3 equal pieces. That middle shit stain, I'm going to ball up and toss into the water. And the other 2, I will...
Wrap around your arms or something.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it around my forearms on both arms. What color is it?
Red.
Red? Okay, yeah, I'm going to wrap it around and like tighten it up. So now I have,
It's
like,
red. It's red and purple.
red and purple.
Noble colors.
Noble colors.
Thank you. for the confirmation of that.
So
I ask why, what's everybody doing here? Like, what brings all of you to this city?
I was just getting my kill from the butcher, and well, Birdman shits on me.
Birdman, would you apologize to him for shitting on him, even if it wasn't your fault? Let's just get this out of the way.
Okay, well, I apologize for, getting my shit on you, but I would like the apology for, you shooting arrows at me.
No,
Nah, he apologized, so let's apologize back.
no.
Well,
I am
would
a
it
hunter
take?
by trade.
What would it take for you to apologize?
100 gold.
Well, I see, I don't have
much-
that.
How much
Well-
gold do I have?
2.
if you're
Is that all I
if
have?
you're a noble background, I believe usually start with anywhere from 10 to 50. So go ahead and roll a.
It should say somewhere, doesn't it?
someone started with 100, I think. Yeah, Josh started with 120.
120.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about I give you 50 gold? And I
Deal.
gave you the cloak. So there you go.
Fine, deal. I'm sorry, Birdman.
I appreciate it.
All right, Josh, you
you.
can-
Are you actually
Josh,
handing
Josh,
it to
take-
me?
Josh.
Yes.
you can take 50 gold from your inventory, and Adam, you can
Okay.
add it to
Oh.
yours.
Fuck
There you
yeah.
go. There you go, Adam.
I was just practicing in the town square when I heard a commotion.
Yeah, I was just flying by, just beat the shit out of a 2-year-old. Bird, obviously.
You what?
Bird person. We mature very early. I'm only 3.
You're very large for your age.
I appreciate it.
I would try to stay away from doing that.
Well, you see, I have a past. We'll get into that later.
What is your name, Birdman?
Ezra S. Eater?
Ezra Assfeed. Got it.
Close, yes.
Ezra
Hey.
Assfeed.
I think you said a C term, Fred.
Ezra
It's,
Assfeed.
It's literally spelt ASSEATER.
Well, you
How do
wouldn't know
know
that.
Are you in the spelling bee? Anyway,
Does
He's
it
very
say
intelligent,
somewhere?
obviously. I mean, he was reading books.
I have
I
some
do-
business to get
I
to.
do have-
I got this letter in the
yeah.
mail. I need to go.
Does he have a name
Wait,
tag too?
What is this letter that you received?
None of your business.
Well, what if
You
I
guys
told
have a
you
letter too?
I received a letter that looks exactly
Yeah.
like your letter?
It's a very strange
How
letter.
do you know?
Because I just saw it in your hand.
It's in my chest plate.
Oh, I thought you pulled it out.
Nope.
Oh, well then I didn't see it. Never mind. Continue
Right.
on.
I'll be on my way. I'm gonna start walking.
I'm gonna follow him, not close behind, but far enough away to where he doesn't know I'm following him.
I'm gonna walk towards where the pumpkin patch. That's what it said, right?
So
The pumpkin
it-
farm.
it's in a different
Pumpkin
town.
farm.
So
Oh,
you would
shit.
so you
Okay.
would know that in order to get there, you could rent a carriage.
Wait, do I have
or-
horses?
I will say for purpose of the story, you have the gold to afford horses, but you don't currently have a horse. No.
Okay. Well, what if I offer? Well, never mind. Continue. Sorry.
I
What are you doing?
will-
He's walking away.
I'm gonna follow
So,
him
As
far
a
enough behind that he
hunter,
can't see me.
right? As a hunter that's familiar with like the wild area,
hmm
how far away is this town?
So on foot, it would be about a 4 to 5 day trek, depending on if you took a rest or a break. By carriage, it would probably take about 2 days travel.
Do I have
How
enough
much
connections in
can
this
Ezra
town?
Asseter carry?
You wouldn't know that. Do I have enough connections in this town to know like where cheap carriages would be?
Yeah, you've probably lived here for long enough that you would know that depending on, you could hop on the back of a trading carriage and probably hand someone 10 silver, or 15 silver and ask if they were headed in that direction and ask to be
I'll
dropped
make
off
my
close.
way towards a trading caravan that's after asking around that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you
see
head
if it's headed
you
that
head into
direction.
the northern part of the city, which is where most of the land trade goes on. There's a main trading hub where most people, kind of like a farmer's market, per se.
Is there anything interesting there, or is it just farmers market?
There's a few like bits and bobble stands where people sell like jewelry or but most of it is like grain and food and different types of like clothing, stuff like that. The basic stuff you would find at like a flea or a farmer's market. But if you were looking for a specific store, I could provide you with the ability of knowing where that might be.
I would like to find a. So we're on a coast, right?
Yeah. So the southern part
Like
of the
close to the
city,
sea.
the southeastern part of the city is where it connects to the like the sort of ocean that connects all three of the port cities, and then up north would be where the land is. So
Okay.
you're on the land side of things
Would
if
there
you're
be,
going
like,
towards the trade hub.
A fishing shop.
Yeah, there would be lots of different
Lots of those.
fish
Okay.
shops. Yeah.
I want to stop by one
Mhm.
and find like two, like large enough to capture a person nets.
Mhm.
Like they're designed for fishing, but like I want to find two fishing nets that are big enough for people.
So just basic netting.
Yeah, just I use it in hunting, so I'm just gonna replenish it for hunting.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I would say that net would run you about 50 copper each.
Done.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
So about basically a silver, and you would get two 20 by 20 nets, or not 20 by 20, like 10 by 10 foot nets that are folded up nicely.
And I wanted to be following him far
Yeah,
enough behind
absolutely.
that he
So
couldn't see me.
You're falling behind
These guys-
the other two,
what, 1 silver, you
Ezra
said? 1
and
silver?
Frederick. What would you might be doing? Yeah, 1 silver for both the nets.
I'm probably gonna walk in the same general direction, but not like trying to follow, and open my letter, read it, and then like put it in my belt, and then.
Okay,
Are
you walking with Josh and Ezra, or are you just?
I'm like walking the same direction,
Okay.
but not
Josh
on
and Ezra,
purpose.
you see him take a letter out that looks weirdly familiar.
Hey, I have that letter. It's pretty
That
cool.
letter too.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
wasn't the Burger? Wasn't Burger? Didn't he have a letter too?
Where'd he go?
You got to find Burger.
I think I
I'm
saw him walk down the
Wrapping
street.
the nets up, stuffing it in a bag, and I'm gonna keep walking.
You guys want to help me look for him?
Well, I can take the aerial view and fly
Well,
around.
I'm already seeing him. I'm literally following him.
Yeah, so Josh would point out that, oh, he's right there.
He's
He
right
just
there.
bought some net.
Can we just pause for a moment? It looks like the fucking Barry is the player, and Maverick is just like this blur in the foreground. Like every time he backs up, he just goes blurry, and then we have this high HD Barry. Like it is the funniest shit.
Barry
Every time I look
McCockiner.
over you, it's just this fucking guy. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's not wrong.
fine. Perfectly
I'm
fine.
gonna keep walking and see if I can find some other half-orcs that are on a trading caravan.
And I'm
And-
assuming the three of us are going to follow him.
Yes, we try to flag him down. Yeah.
Are they being secretive about this?
Yes,
Well, I mean,
Well, why would we? Because we're trying to get his attention.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't like us yet, so we have to make him like us. So we're
well, he
being
likes
secretive.
me.
Do I know they're following me?
Well, then you need to talk to him and tell him
I
and
will
convince him to like
say-
us.
If you want to be stealthy, go ahead and roll a stealth check. If you don't, then no, you would notice them.
Well, Frederick, you like him, so convince him to like us.
Okay, so I walk over to where Borgor is.
And we stand, me and Ezra stand a little bit back from them, so we're not like in the conversation, but close enough to it.
Excuse me.
Brother,
half
good to
orc.
see you.
Good to see you too.
I put more shit on his hands.
Walk it away again.
Sorry.
Menace to society.
Just wanted to discuss with you this letter that we all seem to have.
What's it mean to you?
I mean, it's kind of suspicious, don't you think? He says he knows us. By name.
I would have recognized the letter that he's like showing me.
You would recognize it as the exact same letter that you received, the exact same handwriting. The only thing
addressed individually?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fucking. No.
Each of your names is at the beginning,
Yeah.
and that's the only difference in the letters is the names.
Do you know this man? He speaks of you so fondly.
I can't say I do, and I don't trust it.
Maybe we should check it out.
If it's with you, I'd consider. With Prissy Pants and the fucking Birdman, maybe not.
Alright. Well, give me one moment. I'm gonna go chat with them, tell them that.
All right.
I'll walk
and
over
I
there.
turn around and I keep walking towards the train caravan. I'm not waiting for shit. I spoke. I turn and walk again.
Yeah, so, guys, he doesn't want to travel with you.
So he doesn't want to sit at the cool kids table.
Well, I already gave him gold and a cloak, so that should make him a little more willing to understand that I am here to help.
Is there any other way you can get in his good graces?
He's a hunter, correct?
That is correct.
What if I supply him with the finest hunting bow I can buy?
Yes, that's wonderful. Great idea.
It's pretty good, yeah. So he can shoot me more.
What about you, sir?
Me?
You're a noble too.
I mean, I don't have any money. I'm a broke noble. My parents
Well,
didn't like
you can
me.
add it. I'm sure Chandler DM over them what you know how much you would actually have as a
Yeah.
noble.
I guess how much do I have, Chandler?
How much what?
Gold.
I will say, what your background was
I'm a noble. but
noble
I
as
was
well.
Bullied, yeah.
I'll say that you can. Bird people are less about monetary value, and more about like physical trade of items.
Yeah.
But I'll say
Yeah.
since you spend a lot of times with humans, in the trades that you've done and with being a noble, you have some finer things. I'll say you could start with about 50 gold.
Okay. Let me add that.
Borgor, you have the 50 gold that Josh gave you. You can add 10 on top of that as your starting gold. And Frederick, I will say you also will have 10 gold to start.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, as much as I hate to just give this guy more weapons, things of that nature. Sorry, my dog. All right, Jennifer, shut up.
I mean, anything to gain his trust would be fine
I
with
just
me.
imagine fucking Ezra is just like walking in the street and this woman is just like next to him. He just Jennifer, shut up. And then he just keeps going.
Yeah.
Ezra, why don't we both pitch in and give him the finest bow we can buy?
I like that. I like how we can both contribute to the
That
cause.
sounds totally fine with me.
Well, it's not really up to you. So.
Well,
So go.
seems like he would trust you more. Yes.
Go
How
let
far away
him
is
know.
the trading caravans? Would I have got there during this or no?
No, I sent Barry to come grab you.
As the conversation is happening, they're kind of just. I'll say that everyone's kind of just like moving along. I mean, as you're walking around this farm market, there are people in horses and carriages, and as you look around, you said you're looking for a half-orc specifically.
A dominantly half-orc trading caravan or hunting caravan, something.
You're
Okay,
really racist.
roll a perception check.
Fuck. What is my perception? I don't think it's good. My intelligence is not very high.
He's not racist. He just doesn't trust you yet.
That's true. I'm not racist. I just don't trust. All right, let's see. My perception is +3. Oh, it's a wisdom.
What'd you get?
5.
As you
Plus 3, 5.
There's a lot of
Shit.
people in this trade hub. This city is a very bustling city, especially because it's mid-afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock. This is like prime trading hours. So there are just a massive amount of people, and there is no way you could possibly pinpoint out one specific half-orc.
Then I will, based on that roll, whatever you deem that I think is the poorest looking one, that's the one I'll go to.
Okay. I'll say that you happen across a man riding on, sitting on the side of a cart on a box. He has a donkey pulling a medium, small-ish brown wooden cart. It's kind of like molding, and the wood is a little chipped at some of the sides. Looks very old. Looks like he's doing this for a long time. He's probably in his 60s, maybe creeping up there to his 70s.
What's the town called?
You're still in the city of Elder House. Oh, yeah, my bad. It's called Rilsmon.
Rilsmon. Okay. And what race is he?
He's a human.
Have we caught up to him yet?
Y'all are basically right behind him. I mean, y'all have had the conversation with him. Y'all are kind of just like
Well,
sitting back a little bit, talking.
Can Frederick cut him off and say we have a proposition?
Yeah, Frederick would like to.
Excuse me, Borga.
Are you gonna speak for somebody else? I'm gonna completely ignore him. Aye, sir. I'd like to buy you for not buy you. I'd like to buy your services for travel to Rilsmon.
Borga, my brother. Tap him on the shoulder.
Hold on. I am.
Buy my services. I am a trader, not a taxi.
Are you paying?
How much are you paying?
How poor does he look? Does he look like really poor? Does he look like he knows what he's doing?
I'll say he doesn't look like run down like a homeless dude. Like he looks like he has like some sort of hut somewhere where he lives, and it looks like he's, feeds himself. But he doesn't look like he has any sort of wealth or has ever known any sort of wealth. He seems like he's been doing this craft since he was a kid, and it has been the one thing he has done his entire life. So he knows what he's doing, and he has the skills for it, but he just doesn't have the pizzazz that some people would.
I will flick 5 gold to him and say, this is for the ride. And then I'll flick 5 more and I'll say, and this is to keep it quiet.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage. Advantage, by the way, versus disadvantage means you roll twice, but you take the higher number rather than the lower number. For those of you that...
I'm going to have to get used to these numbers that I have. Okay. Persuasion. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, so my highest one was a 17 minus 2, so 15.
Yeah, no, he sort of looks down at this 10 gold you just handed him. He's like, you said Rilsmon you need to go to?
Yes, sir. That's where I need to go.
Funny thing is, I was going to be going there anyway, so sure, hop in and we will set off at if you'll give me a little bit to... My son is selling his wares, and then he'll be back soon. What's your name, if might I ask?
Reeks.
Roll a deception check.
Fuck. Oh no! That is a 3 minus 2, which is a 1.
He sort of looks at you for a second. Okay. reeks.
I'm gonna give
Has
him
anyone ever
a
told you
half-orc smile with a thumbs up.
your name is funny because you reek of shit? But yes, let my son
To keep it quiet.
let my son return, and we shall set off for Rilsman.
Okay.
And then
I'll look at him.
and my name, by the way, is Isim Dunmar.
Isim Dunmar?
Isim Dunmar.
I'm not writing that.
Would you like to know how it's spelt, Sonny?
Yes, I would.
I would love to. Let me get my notebook out, even though I'm illiterate.
It is Isimdunmer. Very good. Isim Dunmar. Yes. Close enough. As this is happening, I'll say, Frederick, you are standing off to the side of this conversation, and you hear the entire thing, including the part about keeping it quiet. So would you like to say anything to him?
You're here.
Excuse me, Reek.
What do you want?
These two gentlemen right here trying to buy you a bow so that they would go on an adventure with you.
You see his eyes immediately light up. Like, you heard bow, like a new bow, and just like a flash went off. Just like trying to keep the poker face, but those eyes are like...
Just like sparkles, yeah.
Yeah. A new bow.
Indeed. Finest one they can find.
I'll hold them to it, and then we'll see.
Good enough for me.
I'll look at the other two, and I'll give them a nod of acknowledgement, and then I'll shoot them like that.
How long do we have till they leave?
You have no idea.
And then I'll hop
Where's
in
the
the
cookie?
cart and put
So you're
5.
you're in the trade part. So I'll say that there's a few weapons shops scattered about. There's a
Where's the finest weapons shop?
Just so you know, I'm not with you guys anymore. I'm in
Between
the...
That's
me
fine.
and Chandler. This is between strictly me and Chandler, so nobody else can technically hear this.
Okay.
As soon as that little caravan thing, that little horse and buggy is ready, I'm on it, and I'm gone.
Gotcha.
No questions asked. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I'm on it.
Josh,
I have like a 6 charisma or something. Like, don't even try with me.
you looking around looking for a weapon shop, see a storefront off of the just a little bit off into the distance, called the Courageous Pagoda, and there's a couple swords on the front end behind a shield, and then the name is sprawled on the shield. It hangs from the wall.
Ezra, why don't we go take a look and see what they have?
All right, let's go take a gander.
You go and
So we-
walk up to the store. The storefront, it has sort of like a double door, like Western style type, but
Yeah.
a little heavier.
Saloon doors.
Yeah, saloon doors, but they're just a little heavier, and they actually like latch and close. So as you come up to the door and push on it, the latch sort of gives way, and you open it up, and a friendly woman sits behind a counter, and it's just lined on either side with different types of daggers and swords on one side, and crossbows and bows on the other side, and a few clubs and things like that.
I would like to ask her what the finest weapons she has here. Not just bows, finest weapons.
Yeah. So as you come in, she sort of, well, hello there. How can I help you today? My name is Yai Wu. I'm the owner of this here establishment, the Courageous Pagoda. You're looking for the finest weapons I have?
Yes.
Well, and she sort of looks off to her, under her, and takes out a kind of a book and opens it up and flips through some pages and turns it and pushes it towards you, and on it is a list of like different types of weapons. You see, you know, like a
Before we
master
get any
great
further,
sword. Yeah.
before you get any further, I would like to tell Barry to stand at the door to watch the carriage, so he can let us know when they're going to leave.
Is Barry still with us?
Yes, Barry is still with us.
Barry with his shit hands just standing there, just like
Still looking at him.
just like
Okay, Barry will be perceptively watching the carriage. I will.
If I need to roll perception for, I can. Okay,
No,
that's fine.
I got it. He's an NPC, so.
Okay.
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 Yeah, so she shows you this book. It's lined with different types of weapons. There's a price name. So are you looking for anything specific?
Just what
Yeah,
Any
anything
kind
good
of-
for hunting or birds?
any magic bows or daggers or crazy weapons that she might have available.
Yeah, so I don't have any magical items specifically. I don't really run in that trade of things. They're very hard to come by, but I have some more elegant pieces that have nice weight to them and would probably provide a little more power. Here, I'll show you a few, and she walks off towards the side of the store and picks. You watch her as she takes a black, very sleek and skinny bow with red string for the drawstring, and she takes a green, what looks like it like glints in the light a little bit, so you think it might be made out of some sort of different material besides wood, with a gold string attached on a golden colored string attached on the back of it. And then she takes down a crossbow that has a sort of double notch trigger system. So it's like a regular crossbow, but there's two bars with the main front of it, and then there's two triggers on it, so you could fire two arrows at the same time, and sort of lays them down. She's like, these would probably be my finest creations so far. They came straight from my blacksmith. I call this one Ebonwood, as she points at the black bow, and she goes, I call this one Zest, as she points to the green one, and she said, and then this one is just a double shooting crossbow. It's a very elegant piece that I've got created for very specific use.
What are the prices of these three that you have shown us?
Ebonwood would probably run you about 75 gold. Zest would be 120, and the double crossbow would be 300 gold.
Well,
So not the crossbow. We're not doing the crossbow.
we're obviously gonna do the first one. We're gonna split that down the middle.
Okay.
The Ebonwood bow.
Yep. And do you have any magic arrows or anything arrow-wise? What are your finest arrows that we can purchase with it, or a quiver of arrows?
I could do a quiver of, I could do a quiver of 20 of my finest crafted arrows for 10 gold.
Let's
They
go
would
ahead.
be you look as she turns around and grabs a quiver of arrows. They have like blue feathers on the back side of them, and they're black in color as well, that kind of match the bow but with blue instead of red.
Okay.
She lays it all out. Just 85 gold if you'd like to purchase it all.
Well, Ezra, does this sound like a fair deal to you?
Well, I think if we do both the quiver and the bow, We should be able to get it all for, I don't know, what do you say, 145 gold?
He just said 85 for all of it.
Oh, 85. Oh, sorry, my bad.
You can
I
pay
was
me
thinking,
140. I do take
No,
tips,
he
honey.
just said
Thank you.
no, 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 sorry,
he just said 85 for
I
all of it.
I think.
was thinking 85 for the quiver. My bad. I was
Yeah, I thought that's what I think he. Yeah.
No, it'd be
Okay,
10
yeah.
for the
Or
quiver and then
85
75
for
for the bow.
Okay.
Because I heard 85 for the quiver,
Okay.
and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll split that down the middle. However
So
much that is a
85.
piece.
Let's make it 84 so it's easier to split between two.
80. Get 80.
So who's paying what? I'm sorry.
We're gonna split 80 down the middle.
Yeah, we'll do
40
80
and 40.
down the middle for you.
Absolutely. So you can both take 40 gold from your thing, and then who wants to pay the extra 5?
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So take 45 gold from you, Josh, and 40
Okay.
gold from you, Ezra.
That's fine.
Alright.
Well,
Damn,
I
Ezra
think they were.
is
I think
broke
they were
now.
trying to.
Yeah, I'm like broke. Alright.
I think they were trying to haggle her. At 80.
It's
I was
alright.
trying to, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Yeah, no. That you could roll a persuasion check.
Do we
Okay.
both roll?
Who has. Wait, who,
No, just the one that asked about the 80. So
Oh,
it'd be
that was
Ezra that
me.
would make the roll.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's
Go
go
ahead,
to.
man.
What's my persuasion? Where's that even at? Oh, here we go. Persuasion. So okay, cool. +4,
damn! I'm -2.
and I got a 9.
So 13.
13.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this bow was crafted by a great blacksmith, so I won't be able to take any less than 75 for it. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to still charge you the 5 gold. Which is unfortunate.
fine.
You needed a 15.
That's fine. We got it.
It's all right.
So has Barry noticed that they've started to leave yet?
No, y'all. This has only taken about like, it's like been like a 5-6 minute interaction.
I want to ask another question.
Mhm.
Do you have any modifications for a great sword at the moment?
I really just sell weapons at the shop. You would probably want to look for a blacksmith to get modifications done to a weapon.
Oh well, she said she had one, so I assumed that meant they were together.
Well, I could point you out to my blacksmith that supplies me with my weapons, but
no, it's all right. We'll head back to to Borger.
all right. You take the new bow you have acquired, Elden Wood, and the quiver of 20 black and blue arrows.
Once we arrive to Borger, I would like to get down on one knee with both of them in my hand and say, "I'm sorry for any negative things that we have shown you, and we would really appreciate to travel upon this quest that we all seem to have matching letters for."
He's gonna relish in this moment just for a second, just watching a nobleman kneel before him.
Yo, get
What is
Barry
this
out of
that
here.
brought me?
It's a new bow and quiver full of arrows for you. And me and the Birdman both paid for it.
Yo,
Is this any better than what I already have, DM? That's kind of a question for you.
Most definitely.
I will say that for the most part, this is this is mostly just a what's it? Sorry.
Aesthetic.
Aesthetically pleasing bow. But it would, provide like it has a stronger drawback. So you can say that you now have the bow called Eldenwood. And I'll say that you have a special feeling about it, but you don't know why at the moment. There's a sort of
Do you
not
do you take
magical
our-
in nature, but just it's almost as if like it is
Instinctual.
Yeah, it's like an instinct thing. You're like, as you hold it in your hand, it feels correct. It feels right.
Will you take our gift?
I will. In that case, it's identical to the bow I currently have, correct?
I will say that you from what you know, yes.
From what I know. Okay, so from what I know right now,
Mhm.
I'm gonna write it down in my notepad
Mhm.
because it being +6 to hit, 1d8 +5. In that case, if I have this feeling if it's right, I will unsling my current bow, and I will. Oh, does Birdman Ass Feet or Josh look particularly strong?
Um,
Do y'all look strong? Are y'all strong?
They're
This is kind of a
decent.
question. Are y'all strong?
I am decently strong.
My
Like,
strength
are
is
you weight?
+2. I don't know.
I'm
Josh
going
has
to.
19
they
plus
I mean
4.
they look reasonably like
I
grown
am
man
decently
strong.
strong.
Like they look like adult men would be, you know. I mean,
Then
Do you want
they're
to
at least
find?
gonna be able to
Do
lift
you want to
something.
find out how strong I am?
in that case, I will ignore that. In that case, I will unsling the bow, and I will hold it out to. Oh man, I can't wait. Ezra, was it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Ezra. Ezra Essiter.
Take this. Do as you will. And I will also reach into. So I have. Once you really look at me, there are a fuck ton of arrows on my body. Like, I have a lot of arrows. And that might have been an error, but I'm just going to roll with it. So I will hand you. So I'll reach. Let me think. I have a double quiver.
I mean,
So
20 is pretty normal.
Yeah. Well, I have a double quiver. So there's 40 sitting inside
Oh.
on my back, and then I have like a little side one is like a quick. So I will unbuckle my belt quiver, and I will hand that to you as well with 20 arrows in it.
Oh, well,
I will hand you the bow and the arrow, and I'll say, "We'll see if you can prove yourself later."
I appreciate it. This goes a long way with our friendship.
I don't even know if you're proficient with bows. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna hand you a bow and
Okay.
arrow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Who knows?
So I'm gonna,
Um,
I'm gonna remove 20 arrows.
Okay, and
20
I'll
arrows and a
add.
bow. Okay,
20
so
arrows.
Ezra, you can add 20 arrows and a bow to your inventory.
So if
Add
you're
the
proficient, that'd be
add,
funny as fuck if you're not.
add the longbow.
I will also say, it doesn't really matter because I know it's on D&D Beyond, so you probably got to pick them. But any magical items you have in your inventory, I will be allowing everyone to pick one magical item. But
One?
if you would like to remove them from y'all's inventory for now, that will be given
What counts?
a little later.
Josh. All right.
Chandler.
I'll let everyone kind of homebrew their own.
Hello.
Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Gotcha.
What counts?
What do you
Fine,
mean,
I
what
got rid of my
counts?
freaking
Would my
fire
staff
tongue
count?
sword.
Yes, the staff of the Python is a magical item.
Fine, I got rid of my fire tongue sword.
My dick sword.
I don't even know how to delete stuff.
You just click on it and click delete.
Just click manage inventory and then you can.
Do I get to keep my great? I get to keep my great sword though, right?
No, you would not have a +1 greatsword. That's like a 300 gold item, or 500 gold item. So no, I'm
Ooh.
going to say you would have a regular greatsword, not a greatsword +1.
Okay, that's fine.
And the flame tongue greatsword would also have to go.
Well, I already got rid of that. How do
Okay,
I
bet.
add just a regular grape sword?
La la
If you
la.
search it,
Yeah, and your manage inventory. Oh no, yeah, in your inventory section, just press add equipment.
Oh, okay.
So wait, equipment. I'll just figure it out later. I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
later.
it's all good. We could get that done. We can get that done later. At this point, Borgor, you would notice a younger gentleman, probably in his late 30s, has now walked back up to the cart with a pouch of what looks like and sounds like money. Father, I've returned. Who is this?
I'm Preston.
Roll a deception check.
With disadvantage, since I've used a different
No,
name
this
already?
person does not know that you have used a different name. So you would
I'm in
just...
front of his dad, aren't I?
Well, his dad... he hasn't said anything yet.
Okay. There's a natural one.
So as you begin to say, as he asks you your name and you start to say
I'm
Preston,
putting that dice aside.
you
Hold
in-
on, I
you
haven't
in-
rolled nothing good on it.
you instead say, my name's Piston. And
Piston Cup.
yeah, like the Piston Cup from the Cars movie franchise.
Ciao.
And
Jack,
this
can I
this-
can I throw? Can we call him? Can you say pissed on?
yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah.
I'm pissed on shit.
Your name's Piston Shit. Interesting
Yeah.
name. Your family must have fucking hated you.
They did.
My name
That's
is
probably why he smells like shit.
well, my name is I. It's spelled I-E.
That's a gay name.
You're not over here. Shut the fuck up. Stupid
Wait,
fucking
what?
bitch.
We already said we were walking over there. Why are we not?
Well,
over there?
Watch
He's
what
having
you
a
say.
conversation. Now, I will say, when this is noticed, Barry, your faithful servant, turns to you
Yes.
and says, Mr.
Hey, no.
Josh.
Hold up, they are over there.
No, they
Is it
were in
just-
the... Oh, yeah, they gave the weapon
just
to
gave him
him.
the
My
weapon,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you would hear him say his name was Pissed on Shit. So now as you all stand around, the old man looks to all of you and... I thought I was only taking one person, but...
You are. And I get on and I tell him, let's go.
But wait, what about the
Uh,
quest?
I'm gonna steal that bow back from you. If you leave us like that.
Get on, pay for yourself.
I'll take your
I
payment.
will.
Your payment was enough. They can ride. They
put-
can ride along.
They can pay for themselves.
I put 5 down on the bench.
All right, 5 more gold.
I will take 2 of that.
Roll. Are you trying to secretly take it, or are you just straight up snagging 2 gold? Like,
I'm
you're proud
straight
about
up
it.
taking 2 gold.
All right.
No fucks given.
Frederick, your other half-orc acquaintance here snags 2 gold from the 5 you put down for the old man.
I'll put this to good use.
I'm gonna pull a sleight of hand and steal 10 gold from him.
From who?
From Adam. From I always keep forgetting your name.
Borgor.
Borgor.
From
Yes.
Pissed on Shit.
Yes. From
You're
Piston.
stealing it like out of my hand or like out of my pouch?
Out of your pouch.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check. Adam, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh wait, wait, hold
16.
on. Okay, I did not mean to take the gold from my fellow
Too late.
half orc.
Too late. Too late.
I was
too
going,
late.
I would have
Too late.
taken it
Too
from
late.
somebody
Too
else.
late.
Yeah,
Too
no,
late.
it's fine. You can still try to steal from me, but I'm giving back the 2 gold
Got you.
to the other
Ni-
guy. So
16
I'm
plus
taking
3.
gold away from me.
19. 16 plus 3. 19.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. I get it. That's an 18 plus. Where's okay abilities? What is it? Perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 plus 3 for a 21.
You feel the slight tug on your wherever you keep your money pouch on you, and look down to see the hand of Josh Kosh, a nobleman, trying to steal from you.
I'll let him take it.
Okay. You add 10 gold to your inventory, Josh, and take away 10 from yours, Adam.
And as he takes it, I'll put a hand on his shoulder as he's like putting it into his pouch, and I'll say, "You're welcome."
All right. So as you all stumble onto the cart,
It's his
And-
anyway.
and get
like,
in,
it's not.
you kind of all sit in a Oh, careful, you're gonna show Barry's cock, bro. Chill.
Oh, sorry.
Disappearing.
Come on, you can't move that much.
You can't move that much, bro.
No.
Whoa! As you all get onto the car, you kind of have to sit in between, like, there's different, like,
His
bags
nipples are
of.
on either side of your neck.
Yeah, he's like enveloping you with his breasts.
No, don't disappear.
I will let.
You kind of have to sit, like, in between, like, there's, like, grain sacks and sacks of different, like, potatoes
will-
and stuff.
Like,
My legs
kinda,
around
like,
Borger.
snuggle myself into the grain sacks.
Can I put my legs around
Out.
Borger?
I'm out.
You're
Like,
gonna
Asleep.
go ahead.
Can I sit on Borger?
You want to sit on board. You want to sit in his lap.
Yes.
Okay. Josh
If-
Kosh
okay,
attempts to sit in your
so-
lap, Borger.
Just for reference, I have a hand axe like on my upper left hip. So if
Yeah.
you really want to do that, you can do it. But it's like not a hidden hand axe. It's there.
But I'm not gonna sit directly on it.
I mean, it's like a fucking hand axe. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna sit on the leg that doesn't have the axe on it.
all right,
He Santa's laps you. You are Santa,
okay,
and
he
he is
sits
in
on me?
your lap.
I'll place my arm around it. You feel like a really, really strong arm around you. Like
What is your strength?
way fucking higher than yours.
18 plus 4.
I'm a 19 plus 4.
Josh has a 19 strength and a 19 intelligence.
Yeah, but he also has negative wisdom and charisma.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
You feel a really strong arm still, and I'll bounce you up and down on my leg, and I'll say, "Good boy."
That's fine.
All
Are
right.
there any benches?
No, this is just like a
Just
straight up.
sacks.
This is a
Okay.
cart meant for transporting things, not people.
So I'm just
And the older man and his son, Ideem and I, both sit at the front, and Haya the donkey, and he sort of
Yeah, they just fucking.
He's sort of like he like doesn't. It's like kind of a lurch, and the donkey kind of goes a and sort of like slowly begins to. This donkey's old, man. He looks like he has been through way better days. He is no longer in his prime.
Can I sleep till we get there?
Sure, you can go to sleep. Absolutely.
Can I
I
just
wanna
fly
sleep.
above them and like?
It would take you longer than it would with the cart.
so this would be a
because
short
because
rest if I'm napping.
because the way that the movement of bird people is, you do technically still move about the same amount. Actually, you move a little less. I don't know flying speed. You'd move flying speed's 50 feet. You could
Yeah, I think you
fly
would keep
above
up.
them, and you would keep up. You're just expending energy on the adventure. But yes, you could fly above them if you'd like.
Is this a mountainous region?
No, this is mostly plains and flatland.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
just.
I
I'll
would
just
have
stay
known
in the-
that. So I'm gonna switch my natural explorer trait if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 'Cause I
Okay,
feel like
I'm
I'm
sleeping on Adam's lap.
And I am just
I'll just
staring
pat his
at
little
them.
chest, and while I'm patting his, like, if I notice he's like fully asleep, as I'm patting his chest, I'll like pat him down to see what kind of weapons he has on him.
And I'm just like
I
outstretched,
literally have one greatsword, Adam, that is visibly
Just
on
the
my
great
back.
swords.
6 foot
Yes.
stretched out
Okay.
in the cart.
I have a massive greatsword on my back, and that is the only thing I have.
Fine. All right.
And I'm just sitting in the corner, just staring at Burger and Josh, just like intensely just staring.
It's the first episode, and we're already gonna have a ship.
And
People are
touching
gonna want to
Barry's
see all.
penis.
You're touching Barry's penis.
No, Ezra is touching Barry's penis.
Oh,
Ezra,
sure,
would
sure.
you like to touch Barry's penis?
I'm gonna
He's
be
kinda
like, I'm gonna like
sitting on it
reach
already.
over trying to grab some grain because I mean I'm a bird,
Mhm.
and then I accidentally grab some of Barry's seed. If you know what I mean?
Very, very suddenly. Oh,
Oh, you like it, so
sir!
okay.
And he sort of there's like a blush moment, and then he like scoots over away from you, away from the
Oh.
grain.
As this is kind of like trotting along, I want to make eye contact with What's your name? Babon? How do you
Yeah.
say your last name?
Babon.
Franklin Baboon.
Babon.
Not Franklin.
I know.
I'm gonna look at Babon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna look at him and go, "Hey, Magic Boy." No, he's visibly older than me. Hey, Magic Man.
What's up, Hunter?
What'd you call me?
Hunter?
Oh, I thought you said, "What's up, cunt?" It cut out on my...
What's up, Cunter?
Dude, that is not one to
on
say
my
on the
end,
screen.
I didn't hear the ER half of it, so I just heard, "What's up?" So what exactly are you?
I'm a druid. I work with animals and plants.
We're moving while they're having this conversation, correct?
Yeah, no, the car is moving. You don't know that though. You're sleeping.
Okay, good.
How did you come into that?
It's a tradition in my family. It's passed along.
We would fare well together.
Sorry, could you say that again?
We would fare well together. Though I feel you might be a little too keen with the animals.
As long as it's for hunting and not for sport, I don't have a problem with it.
What about this one? And I kind of... Are you flying, or are you, like... You're in there with us, right?
Yeah, I'm like in.
I'm gonna, like... So fucking obviously gesture towards you.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see why you would do that.
It'd fetch a fair price.
I mean, you're not wrong. But he is a noble after all. And he does shit on people.
Fair. How long is this ride gonna be?
Could be useful.
It'll be about 2 days. At this point,
We die.
yeah, I'll say that as y'all are having this conversation and riding along, it's kind of come into nightfall-ish. The sun has gone down, and the older man and his son, my bad, sort of give the semblance that they're gonna make camp for the night, and we will probably go ahead and end the first episode there.
All right.
Woo!
Hell yeah, on your adventure towards the random man who sends you a letter named Magic Rosloff.
That's fun. I like it.
I was
Hell
not
yeah.
expecting these fucking characters, bro.
This is a very interesting cast of characters. This is definitely gonna go into very interesting places.
I sort of made mine last
There's
minute,
a lot of undertones of
aggression a little bit.
Yes.
but also
Trying
gay
to
undertones.
fight everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, still...
People
Let me-
sitting in
let
each
me
other's
explain
laps
something.
and touching penises, which is perfectly fine. However, we want to.
Let me explain something. So this is kind of like a metagame moment, I guess, but I'll
Mhm.
explain something. My character has a -2 charisma with a 6 as the stat. Okay,
The negative 2-7.
that's great. My point is, I am not a friendly person. I do not converse well. I don't get along with people. Charisma is that stat of like being charming and talkative and getting along. I don't.
I've got a
You
12.
almost seem like chaotic evil.
I'm a chaotic neutral. I don't really give a fuck about anybody. I'm just kind of doing my own interests.
I
I should
guess.
talk more than I have a charisma of 18 plus 4.
Damn,
mean,
dude,
yeah,
you were like
as-
super charming.
As the story progresses, you'll fit into your character a little more and understand how they're able to be played. And
Yeah.
I'll also take into consideration your now that I after the episode, I'll get to read into y'all's characters a little more and also get to read into the story a little more. And I'm gonna basically just memorize a bunch of this bullshit. This is a long ass book, bro. This shit is
Good.
fucking.
We're gonna do some shit you're not expecting. Just be prepared for that.
Yeah.
There
I
is.
Throw some
Almost-
fucking wrenches in there.
I almost
Like
tried to kill Adam twice already.
There's 252 pages of content in this book, in this campaign, so
Fucking.
Hey,
Lots
let's
of-
do it.
lots of
Let's do it.
shit.
When you and Ezra, when you and Maverick were fighting earlier, I almost said I was gonna gather everyone around and start taking bets on one of you, but I decided not to.
I would have killed him.
I would have talked my way out of it, bro.
Like
You're being pretty cocky over there.
I'm a lonesome hunter.
You're being
Well,
pretty cocky.
I have a
over there.
strength of 14 plus 2 and intelligence of 17 plus 3.
I have a strength of 18 plus 4.
Oh, no.
I have 19 plus 4 and intelligence 19 plus 4.
Alright, what's your constitution at?
You guys can look at each
12
other's
plus 1.
sheets.
Yeah, you could just go look at each other's sheets
They're
if you
all in
wanted to.
general.
Yeah, but it's more fun to just talk.
12 plus 1.
What's your low one then? What are your 2 low ones? Dex?
Wisdom and charisma.
Yeah, intelligence and charisma for me.
That's not good, guys. Wisdom, Josh? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have insanely high intelligence.
Mine are pretty balanced.
much.
My constitution is 7 minus 2. Or whatever that means.
It means that
whose constitution?
you will be.
Oh.
You will probably at one point be one shot in this campaign,
Okay, cool.
which is which is very interesting because you are a monk, so it'll be funny to see how you fight one on one. Barry is the only man in the room now.
I'm sorry.
He's the one
Weird.
playing the game. But yeah, I think this would be very fun. You said, Adam, you cannot do next week? Or do you
Well,
think you
what-
might be done
I
with
don't
the wedding?
think so.
What day are you available next week?
So, the 11th is when I get into Texas.
The 11th? Well, I mean, we could do
Well, I'll be in Aubrey, first of all.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm free basically all those days at this time.
Oh,
It's
well.
not- I'm only
Let me-
free
actually,
weekends.
I have my schedule for
evenings.
that week. Let me just check for y'all. So, what day works best for you guys?
Today.
Wednesday
Well-
probably works.
I mean, we're
Friday,
good.
Friday is
Tuesday,
probably
Wednesday.
going to be the easiest day to keep doing. You said you get in on the 11th. Is the wedding on that Friday?
It's on the, hold on.
Like, for example, if we're doing this on Discord anyway,
Yeah, we
would
can
it-
do it wherever.
I mean, technically,
yeah, but I'm
if
gonna
you're
be with Liv and my mom.
Okay, and
so if you're here, if you're in Texas,
he's not close in Texas.
oh, you're not close in Texas. Got you.
I'm like an hour north of Dallas.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too.
We
That-
could meet halfway.
Was that Sherman?
Yeah, but I don't know. It'd be weird. just
Well,
to-
yeah, I mean, if anything, there's a Discord app on the phone, and it works the same way as everything else. And you could just put headphones in if you wanted to.
Go hide
Um,
in the
What
bathroom.
day? What day? Friday works best for you, Chandler?
Friday works
Friday
best for
works
everyone
best
here,
for
so
me.
I'll make it work for me. I work Friday mornings, so
Yeah, just don't go to sleep this time, bitch.
I'm probably
Well,
really
yeah, he
the
wasn't
only
actually-
person that would have an issue with any other day. Other than fucking Saturday. Saturday works too.
Yeah, I mean,
Saturday
yeah,
does
we
not
can do
work for me at
Saturday.
all.
Saturday's
does not
Saturday's a little iffy for Josh and I
Saturday is
then.
the rehearsal
Yeah,
dinner.
I work 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every Saturday.
Oof.
I'm there all day.
So Friday's set for now.
Fridays is
Yeah.
the set date that I was gonna put on the stream and stuff. So
Yeah.
Fridays at 9.
I can do the Friday then. I should be able to.
yeah, I mean,
Friday
all
at
we have to
9.
do, I mean, we can log in anywhere. You just log it on your phone wherever you're sitting,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Or like if you couldn't make it, we could just reschedule. It doesn't matter. Like it's totally fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So, can we get a rundown of each other real quick? Like, what am I expecting from Josh Kosh? What are you
I am-
wanting to do with him?
I'm gonna be as nice as long as I can until y'all start pissing me off. But I'm also here to fuck shit up in any kind of enemies we meet.
Okay. And Mr. Magic Man.
Well, I mean, I don't really have any quarrels with any of you at the moment. I was probably just gonna continue focusing on my main, like, revenge quest at the same time as doing the story. And
I'm
just-
looking for my
if
six-fingered man.
I get friends from that, fucking sick. right? Not trying to fight with my quest mates.
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess for me, for the most part, this is the only new thing that I've been doing for a long time. It's different.
Long time.
3 years old, yeah. No, I mean, about a year or so, just been beating the shit out of they're both little kids, 2-year-olds. Not so little, but
You gotta stop saying that on stream. You have to word that differently.
Yeah, I'm just beating the shit out of 2-year-olds. You know how it goes.
no, but so this is fresh take on life for me. Just kind of doing something new. I'm just trying to settle down the quarrel between me and Burger. And
What'd you call me?
Borger. Oh no, it was fucking pissed on shit.
Pissed
Yeah.
on shit.
Reek.
Reek.
No, I just want to fight somebody already.
That's
I'm here
not what
to-
this game is about.
I'm
I
just
know
here to
that.
play some Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I mean?
Not everything is about fighting, Josh.
Well, you're the one that's being Mr. Negative over here.
Yeah,
I haven't attacked
technically,
anybody.
this campaign, I
you
said it
have.
to the
You
viewers.
shot
I don't
me.
know if I said it to y'all, but like the entire campaign can be done without a single lick of combat.
I hate that.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just it can.
I'm
be.
not saying-
definitely going.
It's a very role play intensive campaign.
Definitely.
Oh,
not.
cool.
I'm not saying I don't want to fight. I'm just saying like
Oh,
I
we'll
won't
definitely
fight
we'll
with
definitely
my-
have encounters. There's no worries.
Yeah,
Well,
I
definitely.
like the idea of like really
Yeah.
getting into a character in a world.
I agree, but I'm still gonna kill somebody with my sword.
And he's
Yeah.
gonna fuck trees.
Probably.
I might do that too.
Also,
It's
Josh, you don't have to
fuck
say,
trees.
I'm gonna say it to somebody. Just say it.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's cool. That's a
Well,
very
I mean,
that's a very
well-
new thing. No, like
Yeah.
I said, I've been playing D&D for 8+ years at this point. A lot of people do that. Like
Yeah,
no,
more
reason-
than
I'm not
more
getting
than
onto you or anything. I'm just
'cause
saying, just
It's
for
just
everything.
that, yeah.
it's
It
easier,
feels more
it's a habit,
comfortable.
yeah.
well, it
feels
also
comfortable.
suggests like obviously if I'm like talking here, sitting here right now, and then I say something in character, you might not know that I'm saying it in character.
Because he doesn't put on a voice for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do
Yeah,
anything
or
extra.
Josh, yeah, you don't do anything. You're like, hey Chandler. So anyway, all right, Borger, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. What?
That's exactly what I do.
Everyone has their own style, and as a campaign
It's just
progresses,
so
because we never
smart.
really
It's
got to
fucking
get very
learning.
far in our other one, but as you progress through a
I want to
campaign,
bring back Riddick.
because like we haven't even reached chapter 1 yet in this introduction. Like it's a 5-chapter campaign. This
I'm
is at
saying,
least
let's
gonna
keep
this is at
going.
least gonna take us a month or two. Oh, I have work at 11 a.m. and I already feel
So
like
do
shit.
we.
No, we work at 8, bro.
Yeah, we
work
Y'all need
at
to go to
8.
sleep then.
Yeah,
Sleep,
we need
good,
to get
bro.
going.
sleep is good. But I think this was good for a introduction episode,
Yes.
and we can
Oh yeah.
next
agree.
week we can really get the ball rolling for the storyline
Let's
and
do it.
see where it goes. Especially because it'll give me
Awesome.
more time to read this shit. Because this is a lot of information, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, well, this
was-
was awesome. This was
That
a lot
was
of fun.
good. I like this.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing.
Hell yeah.
This was a whole lot of fun.
Well, y'all have a
I'm gonna
wonderful
bring back
night.
Riddick.
Thanks for
You too,
watching. If you're a viewer of the stream or of just the YouTube, thank you for watching Dragon Deez Dungeons. Whatever the fuck I called it. What did I call it?
That Dragon Deez across a dungeon.
Dragon Deez across a dungeon. Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers, boys.
See y'all soon.
Your
Cheers.
Chan,
Hydrate.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
Mab,
Nice
Adam, Josh,
Cheers.
and Ryan.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was good meeting y'all.
Take it easy, y'all.
You too, man.